Do judges call balls and strikes, Mirriam?
Well, we like to say, so we were talking, me and you, we're talking about a prosecutor who had said that, about objections and preserving objections, that, oh yeah, your trial was unfair, but your lawyer didn't say the magic word, so therefore your conviction stands. And all of this stuff about, having to preserve objections is crap. It's nowhere in the Constitution. It's not a real thing. So if we say judges are like referees, the referee doesn't wait for either the pitcher or the batter to tell them, like, hey, that was a ball, hey, that was a strike. Otherwise, you're just sitting there like, well, oh, you didn't tell me. Oh, if you didn't tell me, how am I supposed to know? You're the judge. Your honor. You're the one we stand up for. You don't know the law? You don't know if something is admissible or not? If you don't know if something is admissible, then why are you the judge? I think it's because judges are asleep. They're not paying any attention. And when you say objection, they wake up and they hear, and that's why they have you make argument. You don't have to make an argument. You know. You're the judge. Is it admissible or isn't it admissible? If it's not, great. If it is, great. But that's why I think if someone says objection, the judge wakes up. Because you can't say the judges call balls and strikes and then say, well, it's up to the players to tell the referee whether it's a strike or a ball or a home run or a single or whatever. It's dumb. It's dumb. Judges should have to sit there and pay attention to the whole freaking trial and then go, that's not admissible. You can't say that. Or if someone says, objection, or they don't say objection, doesn't matter. It's all the same. If the whole goal of our stupid Constitution is to have a fair trial, then how is not calling an objection, how is not making an objection timely enough so that the trial judge gets a chance to respond to it? Like, oh, this is the trial judge's trial. Oh my God, I'm a trial judge. Oh my God, my precious little trial. You're not getting a fair trial. Because it's not about getting a fair trial. It's not. It's about screwing with black people. That's it. And if you get a poor person thrown in there every once in a while, it makes it seem a little more fair, especially if they're white. But it was never about a fair trial. Because it's about a fair trial, you wouldn't have to preserve objections because the judge would be smart enough to know. I imagine, though, that a lot of judges aren't that smart. That's what I think. I think they're not that smart. I mean, you do forget a lot when you don't practice. And there are a lot of hearsay rules and a lot of objections to hearsay. I mean, there's not objections, exceptions. And then there are things that are just simply not hearsay. And, if you have to remember all of that, my gosh, stay awake during a trial and remember rules of evidence. Because really, we all know that really the only rule of evidence that ever exists is hearsay. That's it. The other interesting thing is that all rules of evidence, all of them, are created by judges and then by statute. None of them actually exist in reality or in the Constitution. It's just fairness. It's a fairness doctrine. So anything that is relevant should be admissible. And Brady, right? Brady. Things that could be exculpatory don't get turned over. And when they get turned over in the middle of trial or whenever, as long as you have like a day, a couple hours to review this exculpatory evidence or whatever it is that they kept from you, that's good enough. And nothing happens to the prosecutors, nothing happens to the cops who hid this from you. Nothing happens. All of it's a lie. You know what? The whole criminal justice system is a lie. It's all a lie. And you know where we start with the perpetrators of this lie? Judges. Judges. I'm sorry. I know. I got to practice them. them, they're probably going to be real mad. They even know I exist. Judges could stop all of this. They could make everything different. But they won't, and they don't. If you like this video of me driving with my decolonized desserts hat, you should subscribe. You should give it a thumbs up. You should hit the bell notification so that you know when I'm driving in my car again, saying things and ranting about the criminal justice system. If it weren't weird, I'd do some of my best ranting in my head in the shower, like most of us do. But the car is the second best place I could. You should really just let it out.